From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From midfield, here's Lance. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Ready, ready.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They led them to no gain.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Here's Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Touchdown 49ers! George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. His kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pick up there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Dolphins at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's good. Hey, alert 33. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chase Edmonds, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki from 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready, set.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and get...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Then all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Lance. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Okay, right?
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go, back. Black Ultra.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance going to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Lance now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jalen Phillips bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. From the 29, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Lance finding Debo there for the Niner first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Lance now on 1st down. Able to find Gray here. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Now it's 2nd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. This from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
18 yards, 1st down Niners. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Stops short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mayfield to throw it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. That one goes for 8 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Mayfield. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting overtime.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is